Yeah, it's CC, CEO. Wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track. In the long run, you'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black-owned firm, but we ain't all black.
You and your two. Hey, then we got you. We got you. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Constance Carter. Let me see. This thing going. There we go. We got okay. All right. How you guys doing today? They're coming in. They're coming in. They're coming in. What's up, Anisha? Anisha, the queen is in the house, tuning in from YouTube. You guys, if you're on YouTube, really quick. What's up, Frederick? Go over to Facebook really quick, and I want you to follow our pages, Fly Nubian Queen on Facebook, and I want you to join the page or follow the page, Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter. And if you're joining in from Facebook, I want you to just go over to YouTube real quick. I want you to stay on, but go over to YouTube real quick and follow the pages, Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter and Fly Nubian Queen. Make sure you do that before we get started. And then go to Instagram, and I want you to follow I Am Constance Carter. It's so many people on here tonight. Thank you. It's Monday. And listen, my name is Constance Carter, and I am here before you every single night, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I'm always going to talk to you about something I hope that's going to in some way enhance your life. What's up, Nikki? What's up, One Love? We in here, Queen. Well, where are you guys from? Where's everybody from? It's a lot of people on this mofo tonight. So where are you from? Because I'm about to have a conversation with you. I'm about to tell you about my life story and my most embarrassing moments on the way to success and all that stuff. But I want to know where you from. And I want to know if you can relate to the things that I'm about to tell you. Because right now, you guys, OMG, you guys have no idea what I've been through, who I am, what I've been through, the journey I've taken to get here. It's funny now. I can look at it right now, and it's funny right now. But going through it, it wasn't that funny. So Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but you said you was from Sacramento. What's up, Miss P from Arlington, Texas? Deborah. So listen, just so you know, every Monday night, I'm going to come to you with some type of motivation, something that's going to inspire you, hopefully transform your life. Tuesdays and Thursdays with my homeboy Rob on the job, we're going to talk to you about Black love. We always have a really good time. Anytime I'm on here, I'm having a good time. I don't do anything in life, period, unless it's fun. I believe in having fun. I believe in working hard, and I believe in also playing harder. I believe in playing harder than I work. I've worked hard my whole life. And, you know, my slogan is Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter. And that is really real. I do a lot of things. And if you don't know who I am the owner of Catalyst Real Estate Professionals. We're the largest African-American owned real estate firm in California. I'm an investor. I invest in cannabis. I invest in commercial real estate, residential real estate. I own one of the largest co-working spaces in the Sacramento, California area. And I'm a best-selling author. So I do a lot. On the journey to get here, it was not easy. So how many people are business owners? How many people have actually been through some things? I know if you're a business owner and you're a successful business owner, I know that you've been through some things. And I believe that we all have to go through the fear factor in order to kind of move past some things, which is this is F, failure is inevitable. E, you may have to go through some embarrassment. I believe if you ain't willing to be embarrassed about it, then you don't want it bad enough. Thank you, One Love. Please make sure that you guys are hitting the thumbs up, especially on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up and make sure you're sharing this link out with people because I think it's something that people really are needing to hear. What's up, Shirley? What's up, Shirley? Well, your host up, Ben Israel. Are you out there in Israel? Are you an African Hebrew Israelite? So listen, you guys. Listen. What's up, Lily Wilson? So I'm a real estate broker, and I have been through a lot to get to where I am today. And I've had some really embarrassing times, really embarrassing moments, but they are what shaped me. So I'd like to know for you guys, because I want what I'm talking about tonight is not just a monologue, it's a dialogue. So I want you guys to feedback. I want you to talk back to me, talk black to me. Let me know what are some embarrassing things that you have gone through on your journey to success. And I want you to share, because I'm about to share you some of my embarrassing moments. And I got several, but I want to know if you've had some embarrassing moments as you were rising to getting to the place where you wanted to be. Now, I'm not where I want to be at all. I'm still going. I have not arrived. But on my journey, there's been some things. I'll tell you, when I first started my real estate business, I'll give you one example. I had a Ford Windstar minivan. Let me show you what it looked like, because I went and researched. My junk looked like this. I had me a Ford Windstar minivan. You guys saw that? That was my Mercedes. Everybody, when I worked at Prudential, everybody in the parking lot, Prudential had a Mercedes, a BMW, some kind of luxury car, and I rode up in my Ford Windstar minivan. Okay? Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but I rode that sucker till the wheels fell off. Okay? And I rode it with pride. Now, I really wasn't proud. I was really embarrassed, but this is the only thing that I had. I was 26 years old and I didn't have nothing but a Ford Windstar and a dream. A sister was hungry. You hear me? Sometimes the doors open, sometimes it didn't, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. I had one child. For some reason, we decided that we had one child. We needed a Ford Windstar. I have no idea why, but that was our car. And I'm picking up clients in this car, y'all, barely working, on two legs, bald tires. So I'm driving my clients, Ty and Lydia. We driving. And I'm showing them properties, right? So Lydia, the wife, is in the front, Ty is in the back, and I'm going and showing them properties. Now I'm already embarrassed because the car, bald tires, the floors is nasty. It's just a mess. It's not messy in there, but it's a mess. Like, it's not a representation of what a real estate agent's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be driving a Mercedes. I'm supposed to be driving a BMW or something like that, but I'm driving my Ford Windstar. So I'm driving them. And the door used to fly open in the back. So I turn the wheel and the door flies open. I look through the rear view mirror and my client is back there holding on for dear life, holding on, trying to stay in the car, trying not to fall out the car. Now, do you know how embarrassing it was for me to be driving to my clients? I'm supposed to be a real estate agent, supposed to have something. My door is flying open. My client is about to fall out. He's holding on for dear life. I am mortified in my mind, like, oh my God, I cannot believe this happened. Now, I was already taking a chance driving that damn Ford Windstar because sometimes it didn't even work. However, I drove anyway because that's the only mode of transportation that I had. And so what I did is I made sure that I overcompensated with my service. Now, so we had two cars at the time. One was a Ford Windstar minivan, and one was a Pontiac Sunfire that looked the roof and the hood looked exactly like that. It was rusted just like that. It was rusted. So if I wasn't mobbing this, I was mobbing this. You hear me? It was faded. The paint, I was like, the paint must be bad on them things, because I was able to find that real quick. So if I wasn't riding with this, I'm riding with something that looked like this, and I'm riding my clients in. And so one time I remember so as a real estate agent, you got to put your clients in the car. Back then we did, we put our clients in the car. That was service. There was times where I didn't even have enough money to put gas in my car. I go to the gas station, my clients are sitting in the car, ain't nothing on my car. I try to play it off and pray that I can make it back to the office and then run out of gas. Swipe, no money coming out. I was with clients another time, take them to McDonald's because they was hungry. They looking at me to pay. I'm looking at them to pay. Who gonna pay? My clients eventually ended up paying because I ain't had no money. And again, that was another embarrassing moment. They wanted to go, because they were hungry. I was like, oh, no, I don't want anything to eat. They were like, no, let's get something. But we looking at each other like, who gonna pay? I couldn't buy my clients a McDonald's Happy Meal because when I started, I was so broke. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And Nakima, you are absolutely right. And that's why I'm telling you this, is because I had to trust the process, because I'm not looking the part. My clothes definitely ain't looking the part. I did not have the best clothes. I certainly did not have the best car. But what I had was I had a desire and a hustle that I wanted to do. I wanted to do extremely well, and I wanted to be successful. And so I overcompensated with my service. I did the best that I could do. I knew that I wasn't perfect, but I know that done is better than perfect. So as long as I can get it done, then hey, there's no shame in that. It's all integrity in what I'm doing, because I'm doing what I can do with what I had. And I'm thankful, there's a lot of people that passed me by that looked over past me because I didn't have the right car. I didn't have the right clothes, but I did have service, and I had a servant's heart. And so I just want to come to you today and say, that's what we got to look at. Guys, you might think that your stuff is not perfect, that you're not ready to launch. And so that you get stuck in this procrastination. You get stuck at start because you're figuring out, okay, how can I make this perfect? How can I don't got it. I don't look the part. People are going to laugh at me. I'm going to be embarrassed. Well, guess what? You might be embarrassed. And guess what? So what? But that's why God honored and blessed me with what I have today, because I didn't have no shame. I had shame. I was ashamed, but I had to push past that shame if I wanted to have success. And so I want to encourage you guys today that, listen, you might not have everything that you think that you need for the job, but you have everything that you need for the job. It just might not be what you think that you need. I had to file bankruptcy in 2009. I filed bankruptcy. Okay. So here I am making a bunch of money. Now, at this point, I'm making money. God's blessing me, but now I don't know how to manage my money. So I have to file bankruptcy. That's embarrassing. But go beyond that. I lost houses. So I'm a real estate agent. I'm selling houses. My name is on the foreclosure list. So guess what? The town I live in is not that big. So everybody's like, oh, Constance Carter's on the foreclosure list. That's embarrassing. My car had to get repossessed. And I remember them people calling the office. This is before I opened up Catalyst. I filed bankruptcy in 2009, 2010. I opened up Catalyst Real Estate Professionals. I didn't let that bankruptcy get me down. I didn't let the car repossession. They were like, listen, we coming to get that car. I told my assistant, I still had an assistant at the time. I was like, look, you tell them to come get this car. I'm going to leave it, and I will leave. If they don't come get it now, if they come after hours, I promise I will leave the car in the parking lot, and I will leave the keys in there so they can have it. They ain't got to worry about it. They can come get it. I had to do what I had to do. So cars lost, house foreclosed. Here's another embarrassing moment. 4 kids. Couldn't afford to pay for them for a day pass to the county fair. How much is a day pass? It might be $100. Didn't have $100 to get our kids a day pass for the county fair. Sometimes didn't have enough money to pay for our utility bills and had to stand in line. Not me, had to stand in line to get our utility bills paid. Understand that those things, they might be embarrassing, but on your journey to success, they may be necessary. And so when that thing happens, don't look at it as a failure and, okay, maybe this is not something that God wanted me to do, because, if it's too hard, then it just means that I'm not supposed to be doing it. No, if it's hard, that means you are supposed to do it, because your blessing, the blessing that you're getting ready to encounter, is not just for you. It's for somebody who's coming up behind you that needs to see that you're going through some things. They need to see that you were able to push past whatever that was out there so that they can make it. Me going through bankruptcy, me having a raggedy ass car, 2 raggedy ass cars at the same time, not the best clothes, having to file bankruptcy, getting my car repossessed, foreclosing on houses. That was for you. That was my testimony for you. That wasn't just for me. So you have to look at things and you got to say, listen, God, it doesn't feel good when I'm going through it. Trust me. I'm not going through it like, hey, yeah, no. I'm like, okay, God, this is very humbling. But God, what is the lesson? What am I supposed to learn? And I got to keep fighting, because I know that it's going to be greater later. I know that there's something down there that I'm supposed to have. So what's the lesson? Okay. I hear you. Okay. And there's my hardships are going to be the blueprint for somebody else. So you got to know that your hardships, the things that you're going through, are going to be the blueprint for somebody else. So understand that just showing up, just executing, that's half the battle. Showing up and then executing. So that idea that you had in your mind that you think that it's going to fail and you're going to be embarrassed, you're going to be the laughing stock, guess what? That just may happen, Nakima. That might happen. But so what? So what? I remember there were just times where I couldn't. I had gotten into a new building. I had I was expanding my building, and I was 2 months in in the building, paid like $87,000 to get in the building, and a month later shut down. Boom! Everybody in the city talking about it. Ha ha ha! Catalyst. They just got into this new building, and yeah, they landlord was a slumlord, blah blah blah, and which wasn't the case. But people were talking about us. People were laughing at us. We were the laughing stock. But the last laugh is over here because now I got 2 buildings. I don't got one, I got 2. I got 2 beautiful buildings. But going through that was not easy. It was tough. So I want to say to you guys, listen, what is it that you're going through? And what is stopping you from being able for you to reach your goal? Because in this evolutionary journey to getting to success, there are going to be some things that might make you stumble, that may even make you fall, but you're going to have to get back up. And what is that thing? What is that thing? And I want you to think about what the promise that God gave you was. Let me sit up. I can't see it. What was the promise that God gave you? And you think about that. And understand that Nikema said, my computer skills are slowing me down. Okay, we'll take some computer classes. Okay, so now you lack computer skills, but there's actually a solution to that problem. There's free computer training online. Google University, GTS, Google that shit. You can find out anything you want about anything on Google University. There is no reason why you can't be able to do the thing that you need to do to get successful. So I am here just today. I came in here, came live to just encourage you today. Your girl has been through some things. But today, as I sit here today, and I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow or next year, but today I sit here as the owner of the largest African-American owned real estate firm in California, an investor in cannabis, a dispensary, some greenhouses. And with the greenhouses, I brought some people along the way. And I realized that other people couldn't invest the way that I'm able to invest. So I'm bringing other people along. So it's not just, when you're doing things, it's not just about your success, but it's about who can I bring along the way? Or when I get there, who can I reach back and help? That's the biggest thing to your success as well. So knowing that your success is not just about you, what you go through is not just about you, but it's about helping other people too. But who else can I bring with me? Because the village needs you to be successful so that we can have somebody to aspire to, so that we can achieve the success too. How many of us know now that we could be the president of the United States because we done seen somebody that looks like us, or that we could be the vice president of the United States because we've seen somebody that looks like us that's there now? That's something that we can achieve. They need to see you in a capacity that they haven't seen before. I was talking to a brother from Advanced Peace, which is a program that helps offenders get off the street and stop killing each other, and gives them job training. They gives them money. They put them back into society, into where they're productive members of society. And do you know them brothers? Just having a meeting with the brothers, they said that those young men they took them to a restaurant, and a restaurant, it's a basic restaurant that me and my family go to, but these brothers had never been outside of their neighborhoods and anything beyond McDonald's. Now that might seem funny to a lot of you, but they hadn't been to a regular restaurant, regular restaurant, like a Applebee's type restaurant, like a Olive Garden type restaurant. They hadn't even eaten at a restaurant like that. So do you know how blessed you are to be able to have something to where you have the ability to do whatever it is that you want to do? And there are people out there that haven't had that same opportunity. And so they need to see that you are succeeding so that they can know that it's possible. Access and proximity is going to get them there. And if they have proximity to you or access to you, and you're able to achieve it, then they can say, yeah, man, I could do it. That's attainable. But make sure that you bring in people along with you. So in this journey, you guys, Janet said, what am I selling? I ain't selling nothing. I'm selling hope, baby. I'm selling hope, baby. I'm not selling anything. I don't have anything to sell you, but I do have something to share with you. I have my story to share with you. in hopes that you will be inspired by the things that I've gone through. Because I've been embarrassed. I failed. I've known that I had to go all in to make it work. I knew that there were no plan Bs. I knew that I had to take a risk. I know that I've lost thousands of dollars taking risks, but made millions of dollars of taking risks. I've had to have sleepless nights, night after night after night, building my business, building my foundation. I've had to do that. But I do that, and I stand on the shoulders of giants, but then I'm going to be the shoulders that somebody else can stand on so that they can even get to the next level. My kids, I'm so proud. And every time I come on here, I'm going to tout my kids because my kids are my word personified. My son, my 16-year-old son has a stock group where he has over 200 people investing, and he's sharing how to invest in stock, and he's helping them make money. My son's made $26,000 in the last 4 months investing in stock. He's 16, showing 200 other people how to do the same. My daughter has her own business. And this is all we talk about in our family. This is not all we talk about, but that's one of the things that we talk about. And I'm not saying it to brag, but I'm saying what you do can not only help you, but it can inspire generations. It can break generational curses. The things that you never thought was possible is going to be possible for your children and their children. And it's going to change our community as a whole. I promise you. But you have to be willing to go push past the limitations that you place on yourself that you can't do with, that you're not good enough. And the only thing, one of the only reasons, when I was little, my dad told me I was going to be the first woman president, and I believed him. But my auntie told me when I was 7 years old, she said, God loves you the same as he loves everybody else. So you're no better than anybody, or you're no worse than anybody, because God loves you all the same. And I remember looking up at her and I said, even the president of the United States? She said, even the president of the United States. So I knew when I was 7 that I could have or be or do anything that I wanted to do in life, because I was as equally as important as the president of the United States. Ain't nobody better than me. Nobody's worse than me, but nobody's better than me either. So if they have, how come I can't have either? If they can do, how come I can't do either? Why is it that I can't have the abundance that other people have? Absolutely. But in your journey of get knowledge, get understanding, get wisdom, and give. That's the biggest thing. Who are you giving to? And so I just wanted to share with you, stop letting these limitations and this embarrassments of what you think is getting ready to happen. Stop telling people your vision of what you're getting ready to do. Then you say, oh, somebody just stole my idea because I shared it with somebody. Now they doing it. But guess what? God didn't give them the vision. He gave it to you. And I don't care what anybody says. What God has for you is only for you. Ain't nobody want to be the president to this effing whack nation. That's on you, Cryptonomics. But for me, it meant everything. It meant the world. Charles, take that off the screen. It meant the world to me. Take that off the screen, Charles. But you know what I'm saying? It meant the world to me because it showed me that I could do anything that I wanted to do. It showed me that I could have anything that I wanted to have. It showed me. And so for me, it was life-changing for me. Tanya, there is room for everybody. And you're absolutely right. So I tell everybody who work for me, there's 500,000 agents out there. What sets you apart? But guess what? Not only that, I can't take your clients because I'm not you. You can't take my client because you ain't me. Because what God has for me is mine. And can't nobody take it away. And so when God gave you a vision for something that he's placed on the inside of you, and he promised you, he gave you this promise along with it, only thing you have to do is do your part. Now remember, always remember the 5 steps, and I'll always tout this. Anything that you want to do, anything you want to manifest, anything you want to come to realization, you have to think about it or visualize it. Visualize in your mind what it is that you want, how it's going to look, what it's going to be like. Write it down. Write down the vision and make it plain. Speak it as if it's an affirmation every single day. Because when it comes from your belly to your throat to the universe, life and death are in the power of the tongue. What you say, what you speak, so shall it be, because your words are prophetic. Biggie Smalls said, I'm ready to die. What happened to Biggie Smalls? What happened to Biggie Smalls, y'all? He died. Tupac always talked about death. And guess what happened to Tupac? Guess what? He died. So if you're speaking life over your life, you're speaking life over your business, you're speaking life over your legacy, over your children, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be all of that. Life is going to come into it. I've seen parents talk down to their children, tell them that they was dumb, they was stupid, they was this, they was that. And there's some times when the child has succeeded in spite of, a lot of times. But a lot more times than not, that child has manifested everything that that parent has that's spoken to their life. So if you speak life into your children's life, you speak life into your life, that's everything. It will happen. It's not only a biblical principle, it's a universal principle. It really is. So I want you to make sure you speak it, think it, write it down, speak it. Then you got to work it. So if that means you got to take a training, I think it was Anissa or Naima that said that that your computer skills were holding you back. We'll take some computer skills. But if that means you got to go to a training, a workshop, you got to go to a meetup, you got to do a Zoom, whatever it means that you got to become a SME. What's an SME? Does anybody know what an SME is? It means you become a subject matter expert. So if you got to take a training to become a subject matter expert, to be the best person that you could be, to do the thing that you were called to do, to get the training so that you can get there, then that's your work. That's your work. Faith without works is dead. I speak, I will get the vision. And I'm glad you're here, Cryptonomics. I appreciate, thank you for saying subject matter expert. Thank you. And then manifestation, you're going to receive it. So think it, write it, speak it, work it. You will receive it. Everything that God has for you over here is yours. Don't let a little embarrassment hold you back. Don't let your failures in life, don't let nothing that your mama say. One of the things that are our biggest dream killers and our dream stealers are the people who are around us every single day. Somebody told me that was very close to me. The year before I went out on my own, I was getting ready to open up my business, and I should have done it a year before. I was supposed to do it a year before. I planned to do it a year before, and I ended up staying a year longer than what I should have, because God had given me the vision and told me to go a year before that, but I didn't. I was scared. I was listening to everybody else. And there was another gentleman who ended up going out the year before me. And then so I talked to him and I was like, hey, how's it going? How's it, how's business, And he was telling me how great it was to be his own boss and to have his own company, blah, blah, blah. So I told somebody who was very close to me, and they told me, well, you're not going to be as successful as he is because he's white and he's a man, and you black and you a woman. Felt like I was in The Color Purple for a hot second. What do you mean? What do you mean? And it wasn't because they didn't believe in me, but it's because they had their own limitations and their own limiting beliefs of what they thought. I never for one moment accepted what they thought. I never for a moment. And I came out guns blazing. Me and my team came out guns blazing. We were the top 10 company in the city that we lived in the top 10 with 10 agents. Came out first year, boom. But people doubted us. People thought that we weren't going to be able to do anything. People thought that we were just a fly by night. And here we are 11 years later, still doing it and just growing and growing and growing and having people come on our team and loving what it is that we're doing. And we have a great, awesome company, organization. We're very collaborative. We're a family. We're still small enough to still be a family, but we're big enough to be, pretty large. But we still keep it we maintain it really close because we do a lot of collaboration. But what I believe is that the energy starts from the top down, and I'm the top. So if I'm a mess, if I'm messy, if I'm horrible, guess what? Everything in my organization is going to be horrible. But if I'm positive, if I'm loving people and I'm speaking light into their life, it's going to trickle down. It's going to be the trickle down effect. Now, it's not to say that everything is perfect. We have some issues every now and then, not a whole lot, every now and then. I'll make sure I nip that in the bud like that, because the synergy and the energy of our organization is more important than anything. And as a business owner, it's not just enough that you have a great product or service, but you have to know how to run a business. And that's why I have the business boot camp coming up, and I don't have any information on it right now, so you can't sign up for it just yet. But one of the things in my heart is so important for me is to be able to help other people to be able to run businesses and stop running businesses. You got a side hustle that you just kind of run and fly by night. And here's the thing. If the pandemic has taught you anything, it should have taught you that you have to have multiple revenue streams. You have to stop depending on one source of income. You got to stop depending on the government to feed you. You got to stop depending on your job. Your job will let you go like that. If it came down to you or their bottom line, you are out the door without a question. So you need to figure out what can you do? What are some other things that you could do to start building and having your own? Because you can't pass a job to your kids, but you can pass a business. I realize that everybody's not meant to be a business owner, but hell, if you can work, you can own a business. If you can go to work every single day, then I can show you how to structure a business so that it's like your job. If you have tasks to do every day to where you're building this thing, you really can do it. It's just you got to have the desire and the passion to want to do it. But I'm doing a business boot camps because I want to be able to show people how to grow and scale so that they can I have a 7-figure business. I'm on my way to an 8-figure business. How do I get there? How do I grow and scale the business? And so I want to show my people the same thing. Only 3% of African Americans get access to SBA funding on a general, traditional SBA funding. I'm not talking about the EIDL or the PPP, but I was one of those people. So I want to show you guys how to be able to do that. I want to show you guys how to be able to get business funding so that you can grow and scale your business, so that you can take your business to the next level. So these are the things that I want to be able to show other people. That's community building. And the things that I show you, the things that I share with you guys, hopefully you guys are sharing this on your pages, because it's not just for you, but other people need to hear this information, because we have to build our community. We are behind the mark, not due to fault of our own. We were placed in this position, but there are tools, there are secrets, there are things that we can do to get out of this rut. I did a TED Talk a few months ago. It's called Google That Shit. You can go Google it. It's called Google That Shit. Investments we can make to close the wealth gap. There's a huge wealth gap issue in this country. And it's not, again, from our own, not because of us, because of situations and circumstances. But I'm proud to say that in spite of, we're still homeowners. We're still investors. We're still in the game. We are still resilient. But here's some more information. Here's some more tools that I can give you that you can pass to somebody else. So any information that you get from me or anybody else, please do not keep it to yourself. Make sure you're hitting the thumbs up. Make sure you're sharing this to anybody you know who could use this information. Because now it's time to stop being crabs in the barrel. Now it's time to stop trying to be the token, trying to rise to the top, trying to be the only person. We gotta come together and help one another. The African proverb, which is my favorite, that says, if you want to go fast, you go by yourself. But if you want to go far, you have to go together. So let's figure out how we can come together as a community so that we can build our community. I believe with the power of the internet, they don't know what they did when they gave us the internet, you guys. You have no idea. The power of the internet, the wealth gap can't be closed. I promise you. They can't continue to place limitations on us. We have access to things. We have more access to in the palm of our hands than they did when they put the man on the moon. We have more access to technology in the palm of our hands than they had. They didn't have this much technology that we got on phones when they put that man in the moon 50 years ago, 70 years ago. So you guys, we have access to everything that we need. The wealth gap can be closed. The internet has put us on a fast track trajectory to be able to close that. Millionaires were birthed out of the pandemic. The question is, are you going to be the next millionaire that's been birthed out of the pandemic? Will you be the next one? So yes, if you guys want to be a part of the business boot camp, please, Shannon, thank you for putting your email in there. Put your email address in the comments box, and we will be getting back to you, and we'll be giving you personal information on the business boot camp. If you are interested in growing and scaling your business, please put your email addresses in there, and then I'll have my assistant send you information once we get the information out there. I hate prematurely talking about it because I don't have the site up yet. But it's something that we're definitely doing. I have somebody creating the site as we speak today. It should be actually done the next few days. But I'm so sincere about wanting to help folks and want to, have us all be able to ride out together, have another Rosewood, have another Greenwood. And we have our own 600 businesses all over the place. I mean, thousands of businesses, you know what I mean, that are birthed and that are thriving. And then the dollar could circulate. And it can circulate years before it leaves the community. How would that sound? the dollar circulating before it leaves the community that we can buy with each other, and we could push the agenda, our agenda forward, and we don't have to worry about others controlling what the narrative of what we do. That's everything. That's what we should be talking. These are the conversations that we need to be having. So make sure you're sharing this. Also, the Weekend of Wealth Retreat is getting ready to come up. And again, that information isn't out yet either. But I do a retreat every year. I used to do retreats with Miss Lisa Nichols all over the world. And so I'm doing retreats now. And really, I want to help our people to show them how to grow their money, not blow their money. So we're doing a retreat in Costa Rica in June 17th through the 21st. I got a bomb ass mansion and a full staff that is waiting to serve and transform. You're gonna be transformed, mind, body, and spirit. It's going to be absolutely transformational. It's for men and women, but it's going to take you to the next level with your finances, with your mindset. Removing those limitations and those limiting beliefs, and really get you to a place where you can see. That's what I do, you guys. That's what it's all about for me, is just helping you holistically. So if I can help you in this way, I also want to help you in that way as well. I want to help you to grow your money. I want to help you to grow your relationships. I want to help you to grow the community, because the community can't survive without all the components, without your spirit, without your wealth, without your health, without your relationships. That's a holistic approach. And so that's what we need. So the Weekend of Wealth Retreat in Costa Rica is going to be June 17th through the 21st. The Business Boot Camp, I don't have a date for that. I think it's going to be the third weekend starting in March. I think, Charles, we said that, right? So thank you for the Eagles. Nakima, let me go through the comments real quick. Charles, was there any comments of any questions that I needed to answer? If you want to put them on the screen for me. Was there anything that you've seen? Nakima said she made more money on the phone than she did on a 9-to-5. Come on, sis. That's dope. Come on. And you guys, thank you guys for putting your information in the comments for information on the Weekend of Wealth, for the Business Boot Camp. And check it out. I do a VIP every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And so I'll be doing one tomorrow. So if you go to ConstanceCarterVIP.com, the first month is absolutely for free. And it's just asking me questions every single Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Now I coach people, and I charge $2,000 to coach people individually, but I'm doing this with Dr. Boyce. We've partnered up to be able to bring to you, my people, information. So be quiet, James, so that you just have access. So that's what I want to be able to give to you. That's my give back. So go to Constance Carter VIP, sign up for the Q&A, and then come on and let's talk. Let's chat. Let's chop it up. What is it that you want to know? I'm a bestseller, house flipper, businesswoman, all those things. That's what I say on my 222. But that's what I do, and I work very hard, and I can get you a shortcut to get there. You don't got to go through the hardships like I did, but you're going to have your own path. But I can certainly give you the nuggets. So thank you again for tuning in. I love you. I'll be on tomorrow, same time, same back channel. Make sure that you are sharing this out. Hit the thumbs up. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter. Make sure you subscribe to Fly Nubian Queen. And make sure that you come over to Facebook and you subscribe to Fly Nubian Queen on Facebook and Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter. And then go to Instagram and subscribe to, or follow me on I Am Constance Carter. I'll be doing all kind of crazy stuff. So make sure you come and hang out with me. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same back channel.
Yeah, it's CC, CEO. Want to change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at